How's it going, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm Leon and this is Progressive Pond Keeping. As you can probably tell from the thumbnail or the title to the video, I've had a bit of a nightmare today, but we'll get into that in a minute. I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. Sorry I haven't been watching anybody's videos or anything. I've just been major busy, but when the new season starts, I'll get more content out for you and I'll be watching everybody's videos again. So right, yeah, let's go and see what we can sort out. Nightmare. How's it going, YouTube? Just a quick video. Big disaster here. I think the return must have got blocked up in the night, and it's overflowed all my filters and they've all frozen solid. Look at all this ice here. That I've had to smash the elbow off there to break it free. And if you look in here, everything has overflowed and frozen solid. The floor is just completely covered in ice. All the barrels are froze. That's all froze, and both of my pumps, I'm going to do this without slipping, both my pumps are showing error codes. Hang on. Error 4. I really don't know what to do. Great. So I've got the in. Luckily the trickle in, well, I've turned it up full blast now, is not frozen solid. So yeah, let's top it back up. I'm gonna have to try and get a bloody pump from somewhere. Jeez, nightmare. Right, how's it going, guys? So yeah, I'm topping the water back up now. Luckily I've fixed my pump for the very bottom, for the retrofit bottom drain. I just reset it all, unplugged it from the mains, and it seems to have come back on. The skimmer pump is burnt out though, but luckily my mate's going to bring me one down in a bit. Thankfully the fish are alright, but the water is obviously very, very cold. What I'm going to do now is try and defrost the filter house, whack this heater in here just to try and defrost the pipe work and everything, and move from there. But everything is just solid ice, literally. I'm not going to tell you what that looks like. But yeah, everything, as you can see, is just frozen solid. Says the water is 0.3, but I reckon it was colder than that because that's taking the water from the barrel. So yeah, right, I'm going to try and get this defrosted out and see where we can go from there. Right, I'll be back in a sec. Right, so I've got that little halogen heater in here. Hopefully nothing drips on it. Extension leads on a bit of wood. So we'll see what that does. It says in here at the moment it is minus 0.8. So I'll give it like half hour or something, an hour, and come back, see if it's warmed up in here, and hopefully it's enough, because I'm not sure if, I think these pipes are all froze. I can't get the lids off. So yeah, we'll give it half hour, an hour or something, see if it defrosts a bit of my pipe work, and then we'll try and get the filters back on. But I want to have a look inside them first. So yeah, right then, I'll be back shortly. Right, I'm back. So yes, these pipes, and if you'll hear this, a solid ice all inside. So that's probably where the issue arose. Yeah, solid ice all in that, where it comes from the pump and into barrel 1. So yeah, blimey. Hopefully this will defrost that a little bit, but that's going to need insulating. I don't even know how cold it went last night, but it must have gone very cold, because this has never happened to me before. I think maybe when the pond was in the ground, before I built the walls up, about, I don't know, about 4 or 5 years ago, I had a little skin of ice like this go over the top of it, but I didn't have any air stones or anything in at that point. So I mean, there is obviously you won't probably see this properly, but this area where the air stone is defrosted. That looks like there's no ice there, but if you put your hand under the water, it is all, oh god, that's freezing. Yeah, it is all like cat ice. You can just about see it here. Bloody nightmare. But at least I haven't got an empty pond, eh? And at least the fish are fine. Not even torpid. So yeah, most of them have been mooching about this morning, but obviously it is Baltic in there. Right, we'll leave this for a while and come back and see where we are. Right, how's it going? Yes, so no, that wasn't how the problem started. It can't have been. For the barrels to have overflowed, it must have been what I first said, and the return got froze and blocked. So it backed up all these barrels, and obviously once it's switched off, this has frozen. So yeah, I mean, this ain't been in here long, but no, it's not defrosted anything yet. Still solid. I don't even know if it's rose the temp. Oh, it has. We're already up to nearly 2 degrees in here, so it's definitely warming it up. Yeah, I'll give that a good while, a couple of hours or something. I mean, I think that's, I can hear that. I doubt you'd hear that. So it sounds like slush. So it's partially frozen in there. Bloody Nora. Right, I'm going to get this door shut, keep some heat in there, and try and defrost this bloody filter house. What a nightmare. Right, I'll be back to you once that's melted a little bit. Right, I'll speak to you soon. How about that? You pump brakes on your skimmer, you get one in 10 minutes. Thanks to our gumball. Cheers, me man. He's surveying the situation at the minute, eh, mate? Right, we'll be back to you soon. Right, there's nothing we can do here now, so just going to go and pop up to Gummy's for half hour and have a look at his fish. Oh, right, we're back now. Well, at least all Gummy's fish are fine. There is a lid on Gummy's pond, both of his ponds, but the fish are swimming under the ice fine, and he just put a de-icer in that's melting it anyway. But luckily, all the fish are fine. All the fish in the fry tank are fine. They are just very, very cold. Right, we'll go down and have another look now. It's only been about an hour, but we'll see what the temperature is in the filter house. Ooh, pond's topped up a little bit more now. I should shade that, you can't bloody see with that glare. Yeah, that's definitely helping, having that trickle in, but I say trickle in, topping back up, because this, all this cat ice now is just like slushy, you know what I mean? Ooh, iceberg dead ahead. Jeez, should have fetched that out really, but yeah, all the fish are fine, so that's no drama. I mean, worst case scenario, even if I can't get these filters back on, they're not feeding at the moment, or I'm not feeding them, should I say. So I'll chuck another air stone in and leave them with no filters. You know, they just sat there, they'll be fine until this defrosts. But if I can get this open, see if we've got any difference in here. Sorry. Yes, definitely. Ooh, it's nice and toasty in here. What are we on? 7.9 degrees in here. And, ooh, let me just try and get past this heater. Yeah, we're defrosted. Most of the, oh god, that's melting fast. Right, let's have a look in here. There's a bit of ice. So that's fine. So as long as I can get that pipe defrosted that comes from the pump, I should be able to switch these back on. Be careful I don't slip, because this slab is covered in ice. Let's have a butcher's. Yeah. Still got bits of ice in, but nothing drastic. Right. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Have a butcher's in here. Oh, my hands are freezing. Chuck your K1 everywhere, Leon, why don't you? Blimey. I'll I'll be picking this up for bloody weeks. Bugger it. Just trying to do it one-handed. Oh, there is a big block of ice in there. I don't know if you'll see that. Just, no, it's gone now. But yeah, that is terrible in there. Ah, look at that. So that's going to need definitely defrosting before I switch it up. There is some holes in there, but that's definitely going to need some hot water pouring through it. Right, I'll get all these bits of K1 in a bit. That's right now the problem barrel. This one is the one that will have frozen solid and caused me the issue. Yeah, there you go, look, yeah. Whether that's happened after it's switched off or not, oh, it's so cold, I don't know. But yeah, that is, oh, it's freezing. That is full of ice. Hang on a minute. I've got a little pokey stick down here somewhere. Yeah, that is solid. Right, tell you what, we'll have a look in the shower quickly. That's been off. Oh, that's defrosted a bit. Yeah, happy days. Right, I am waffling on now. I'm going to get this unblocked, get some hot water poured through that, and leave the heater for a few more hours just to see if it defrosts everything. But I reckon it will defrost pretty quick at 7.9, and it's probably going to get warmer than that in here, to be fair. So yeah, right, I'm going to get this unblocked, get that unblocked, and I'll be back to you soon. Cheers, guys. Right, I'll leave that for a while. Hopefully that'll defrost. That water coming in, it's got, I just don't understand how that hose pipe didn't freeze, because it's not insulated. It's a really cheap hose. It goes all the way up there, around the back of the shed to the outdoor tap, which is up there. And how that is not froze, but the return is froze, I'll never know. But yeah, that water coming in's got to be warmer, because as I say, it would have froze, wouldn't it? Right, let's have a quick look at the fry. This is had sun on it all morning, so all the ice has come off now. See if we can see anyone. Hang on a sec. I hope if I took that up on it. Oh yeah, they're all fine. Not that you can see them properly, like, but that tiny little bit of foam insulation that when Matt built this tank that he put in must help big time, and plus it's in the sun all day. But yeah, that hasn't froze. The only thing that happened was there was a load of ice on this, like the splashback of them was all on there, although it is salted, that tank, so maybe that helped, I don't know. But anyway, I am definitely waffling on now. So right, like I say, I'll give that a little bit of time to defrost, and I will be back with you. Cheers, guys. Right then, really nice and warm in here. 9 degrees and it's getting warmer. Right, I'm going to try and turn this back on, because I can't hear any creaking in that pipe, which doesn't mean it's defrosted, obviously. It could have just loosened the ice inside it, but might be a bit early doors, but let's give it a go, eh? Right, now, oh, the water's rising. Well, that's working. Happy days. I don't know whether to leave this switched off a bit in case there's still a big bit of ice in the pipe, but right, I'm just going to have a look, see how this flows, if it's restricted. I think it is restricting, because that's normally 30 watts, and for it to only be 19, I don't know. Right, I'll have a look and I'll come back. Well, that is definitely not ready to go. This is defrosted a bit. I'm sure there'll still be ice in there, but I'll get back over here without slipping. Right, I've switched it off now, because look how high that's coming, because that is still thick of ice. The only thing I could think to do to keep this all running is have a de-icer in here. I'm gonna have to dump some water. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, right, so I've whacked that in there for now. I'm gonna try and defrost it like this. And then I'm going to see if I can find my defroster, what Lo gave me, and drop that in here, just so it keeps this return ever so slightly warmer, hopefully just above freezing, so that the barrels don't overflow again. So yeah, right, I'm going to crack on with this and I'll be back in a sec. Right, luckily enough I've got one of those de-icers, what my mate gave me, I think it was last winter. I'm not sure if I've got the float for it, but it's fine. I'll set it to the right water level and trap it in the lid, and hopefully, I think these are 150 watts, so hopefully that'll be enough just to stop that return freezing, because it'll have warm water going over it. So yeah, right, I'm going to switch this back on and hopefully we don't overflow this time. Okay, the water's coming up. Let's just hope it doesn't overflow the moving bed. Moving bed. I'll soon know when this goes, if it goes much over the top of that return there. Well, that sounds alright. I'll tell you what, let's go and have a look. And open the shed door. Right, whoa. Oh, that's flowing fine. That's flowing fine, but the same thing would definitely happen again if I'd have found that bloody whatchamaface, de-icer. So yeah, right, let's set the water level for this. Okay, right, switch it on first. Right, if I set that about there. Freezing. But yeah, if I set that about there, that should be all good. Fingers crossed. Yeah, that's about the normal level where it is. Right, let's see if this gets hot. Should do. Yep, there we go, steaming, that's working. So yeah, in theory that should be plenty enough to keep this ice free, but I won't know until the morning, will I? So yeah, I might wire this up to my float switch, so if the water goes down and chuck the float switch in here, just if the water goes below that, it'll switch this off. So yeah, well, there you go, that seems all right. Crisis averted. Blimey, sorry about this, squeeze through. Yeah, we've still got a lot of ice on the water, and these dudes are frozen. I don't want to disturb them too much, let them conserve their energy. Yeah. Oh well, let's hope this winter will do them good. Proper winter. Oh yeah, right. Unless something else happens and it bloody goes dodgy, I'll leave it there. So yeah, I'll give it half hour, flip the camera around, and then I'll sign off. Right, touch wood, that solves me problem. Right, I'll be back in a sec. Right, crisis averted, everything's back to normal now. Fish are all mooching about because I've been walking about the pond today looking for food, but unfortunately they're not getting anything. So yeah, luckily the pump for the skimmer and the shower is fine, that's working all good. So I can send that pump back to Gummy, but yeah, happy days. Nearly topped back up now. I can relax a bit now. Let's hope that de-icer keeps that return frost free and nothing happens like that again. Right, I need to find me a 90 bend to stick on that return and put it under the water. Cheers guys. Right then, so yeah, crisis averted in the end. Hopefully that de-icer does the trick and stops that return from freezing up. I need to try and find a return so I can have it going under the water. That might help a bit as well, but yeah, could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse, but yeah, thankfully the fish are all right. That's the main thing. So yeah, as always people, a massive thank you for watching. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll see you all next year.